Turbo. Hey guys, my name is Chris, and today I'll be walking you through some basics of writing Rust in Turbo. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand types, fields, and some Turbo macros to get you started with making games fast. In order to follow along this video, make sure you have Turbo installed on its latest release at the time of this video, that is 0.7.1. We have videos to help you out should you require it. I strongly recommend having the Rust Analyzer extension installed as well. Finally, I have a GitHub repo in the description should you require it. Let's get into it. Starting off any project will give you a Turbo Go and a little hello world print. This is great, but let's structure our document with the Turbo init above a Turbo Go. Let's make sure we have game state in the init, which is a struct. I'll copy and paste over this with this. Now, our document is structured properly, which allows us to proceed to step 2. I'm going to copy and paste in a new init, which is some basic Rust types that you can use as a beginner to Rust. We'll go over this in the recap, so don't worry. Let's go to step 3 now, which is to showcase some Turbo macros. For this, we'll be updating our Turbo Go loop here. And again, I will be going over all these things in the recap, but I want to talk about some of these macros right now. Rect and ellipse draw shapes, while text prints text. Gamepad inputs allow for keyboard pressed events, and logs relay data in the terminal. You can find a lot of mileage using just simple macros early on in Turbo while making games. Now that we've gone over some basic Rust and some basic Turbo macros, let's blend them together. Let's update our Go loop to use some of what we've initialized inside the Turbo macros we talked about. So I'll paste over our Go loop with this. I have everything in place. I'll save it and we'll do a quick recap to explain what's happening when I run the project. Let's start with init. Down below, we can see self, which is where we give the field its value specific to the type we set in game state. Let's use the first field, decimal number, as an example. Decimal number was set as an F32 and then initialized to 0.0. Initializing fields correctly is one of the first things to hone in on in Rust, and this process is called initialization, hence the name Turbo init. This runs once at the beginning of the project to set up its initial values. Below is my Go loop. I have the main project, and if I run it, you can see all of these values displayed on screen. Displaying the values is a good habit to get into to debug things as you develop games. The bulk of my project is showcasing my values in the init and how they can mutate macros like rect and gamepad. The easiest way to see this is if I click up on my gamepad and I hold the B button. So you can see a tiny rectangle there in the middle of the screen. As I keep clicking up, that rectangle gets bigger, and you can see the decimal number, positive number, and negative number all getting larger. These values were initialized at a certain value through init, but I have mutated or changed them. Let's talk about some common bugs you might run into and then wrap this up. There are 3 main errors you'll run into as a beginner, and those are expected. This is where Rust thought you put something somewhere, but you didn't put that, so it errors. This is mainly related to syntax and closing statements correctly with symbols like commas, semicolons, or curly brackets. Mismatched types is where you tell Rust that something is a certain type, but you have written it in a way that doesn't reflect that. You can also get this error when you try to manipulate values with the wrong types, like adding an F32 to a U32. Cannot borrow is probably the first roadblock you'll experience as a new Rust dev. You'll get this issue more as you explore custom functions and the borrowing and using of state. For now, I recommend not letting this stop your progress. If you run into it and can't find a workaround, asking for some help in the Discord is a good option, and I'm on standby to help you use Turbo as pain-free as possible. That's what I have for you today, nerds. I hope this helped, and if it did, drop a like and join our Discord. Let me know in the comments below how your projects are coming along, and let me know if you'd like a part 2 going over custom functions, structs, and impls. Make sure to check out our updated docs at docs.turbo.computer and start making games fast. The merch store is also live with a 20% discount, so don't sleep on that. Visit it at store.turbo.computer. Links in the description. Turbo.